Hello, and my name is Jessica Francesca C. Victorino, and this is my artwork, as well as the explanation for my artwork. The inspiration for this piece, as stated in my concept paper, is of course to celebrate my hometown and the family member who was one of the pioneers in Tagum City. And I wanted a drawing that felt cluttered and full of life, as that is what Tagum is. Like a mystery game, each piece on the table is a clue with its own past and history, and you are the detective finding out all the details. I drew this on an iPad with an Apple Pencil on Procreate. I finally was able to purchase it, and I'm happy that the first thing I'm making on it is something that's so dear to my heart. And each fact or story I came across made me so inspired. That's how I even got the idea in the first place. The newspaper is there to showcase the date, the proclamation, and Tagum's old name. Magugpo, derived from the native word mago, a name of a certain tree, and ugpo, meaning very high, as they lived in a forest so thick they could barely see the sky, and is still part of Tagum as districts, and I personally live in Magugpo Poblacion. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it was an old name until I did further research. The names on the paper are truly special for Tagum, the first mayor and the vice mayor, and the first immigrants, the Misa family, who owned so much land and used it for the community to build schools, churches, and others. And last on the list is Lolo Mandaya. I don't know if that's his title or his name, but he helped out by selling his land to the new population in exchange for protection. And the small initials on the right side of the paper is for Joaquin Pereiras, one of my ancestors. I'd like to think they arrived peacefully, and when Lolo Mandaya sold his plots, he would have given them this necklace. And it's also there as a reminder of the indigenous communities that live there and still live in Tagum, where you can learn more about them in the museum. With a branch of Tagum or Tagum on the left side, which Tagum may be called because of it, although there's still no concrete evidence on where the name came from. Unlike Magugpo, the old name, which had its own legend, the one that I said earlier. And the rosary, for the faith that they brought in Tagum. One of my many technical difficulties were due to the fact that I only used Procreate once to test it out, before diving full into the drawing, but it was still fun and Procreate was easy enough to use. But don't get me started on its text function, it's quite dreadful. However, creating something so meaningful to me lifted that burden. And reading more about the past of my home city had been such a joy, it made me love it all the more. Of course, a city isn't all sunshine and rainbows, but I would like to celebrate it first before the realities of its past and the bloodshed tears it all down. So thank you for watching my speed paint, and this is the final drawing.